So tax day will be here before we know it. And while it can be a stressful time, it doesn't have to be. Brenda Pollock is a financial counselor at Evergreen Credit Union, and she is joining us to kind of ease our minds about tax day. So Brenda, when people think about personal income taxes, what are a few things that we should know about that?
There's a lot to know about taxes, right? But let's start with these four things you could think about. Your filing status. This is really important because it determines your tax rate and whether you're eligible or not for certain tax deductions or other tax breaks. Your status is mainly based upon your marital status and whether or not you financially support other family members or you have dependents. Also, your taxable income. This is the amount of your earnings that is subject to taxes in any given year. This is also referred to as your gross income. And your tax bracket, well, this is the range that the income tax is used by the IRS to determine what percentage at which given portion of your income tax is taxable income. And deductions and credits. Both are ways that you can reduce your overall amount of taxes that you will owe, but they work differently. Deductions reduce your taxable income, that amount that you're being taxed for, while credits reduce the amount you owe in taxes, your tax bill.
And there are a few forms that folks need when filing, and that can be a little confusing.
There are so many forms. Your W-2 form, it's the form that shows how much money you've earned in any given year, as well as all the taxes you may have paid on those earnings. This will be sent to you by your employer, and it must be sent out by the 31st of January each year. Your 1099 form, this details how much money you've earned in any given year, other than the salary you've been paid by your employer. So you should receive this form from clients, for example, if you have a side business or if you work as a contractor. If your return is more complicated, however, the IRS may require you to fill out additional forms.
Filing taxes last year was complicated, to say the least. There were all kinds of changes. So this year's tax filing should be easier. But what if you, for example, lost your job, maybe you started a new job, freelance work, collected unemployment benefits, had a baby, other life changes? How will those changes impact this year's filing?
Well, currently right now in 2021, if you did not pay taxes for your unemployment benefits, you may need to pay that up when you file your tax return. Some new laws will help filers this year, such as maybe expanding the $600 charitable discount for married couples who don't itemize, and they may have larger child breaks for child and dependent care expenses. It's really important that you stay on top of these changes, and it's ever changing because laws can come into play before our filing deadline. And that's why the help of a professional is always welcome.
And just a reminder, because things are different this year, when is the deadline for filing your return?
So here's a few things to remember. April 18, but in Maine, we have an extra day because of the holiday, so it's April 19. And it's so important. The earlier you file, the sooner you can get your refund. And what people don't realize is the less likely you are that identity theft will claim you before you file. Don't fall for an email or a text scam message or social media text scam. The first contact by the IRS is normally by letter delivered by the U.S. Postal Service. And again, we're going to say hire a professional. A qualified tax or financial advisor may offer you more than just short-term tax advice. And e-file and avoid mailing anything to the IRS if at all possible.